Welcome back. We're still talking learning disorders, and we want to find out what really are they and how can they be handled. Now, you spoke about one-on-one teaching.
Yes.
And also maybe special techniques of teaching.
Yes.
But how about the teachers? Do they need special training, or can we do this with our regular teachers?
Teachers need special training. I know in my studies that in places like the US and the UK, they have special programs, like there's an individualized education program that was set up. There are other programs where teachers themselves are trained on how to handle this special group of children and adolescents. So teachers would need training in how to move from sounding letters, how to teach them step by step, because what you do is break down the teaching process. So unlike you talking to a child who doesn't have this disability or this problem, you teach and the child grasps what you say almost immediately. But for these children, you have to break down the process of reading. You have to be more patient, you have to be more consistent, and you have to spend more time teaching the child on how to. And then you also need forming what we call a good relationship with the child. If the child doesn't like you as a teacher, then it becomes a problem. So these are some of the other things that teachers would need to be equipped to be able to handle it well. And I know that there are educational psychologists. This is actually their area where they work mostly with the children and the young people who have this problem. So yes, definitely teachers would need special training.
Okay, these challenges that these people have, the dysgraphia, calcula, and dyslexia, these challenges, do they ever overcome them? Or should I say outgrow them? Do these challenges ever go away?
The challenges,
or is it something you have to deal with for life?
With early intervention, they are equipped better, they are taught better how to deal with them, and they go on to do well. Although we don't talk of cure, we talk of management. So they are well managed and they are able to cope well with the challenge. They can get jobs.
Live alone?
Yes.
Be independent?
Yes, it doesn't, because these are specific areas that are affected. The other parts and aspects of their lives, even education, remain unaffected. Although we have a group that could have a mixture of the three or one or two of these disorders, and together maybe mathematics disorder.
Okay, so they can come in groups?
Yes, they can have one or both occurring together, like dyslexia and dyscalculia occurring together, and some would have dyslexia and dysgraphia occurring together. And, you know, like I said before, they could also have some other disorders that exist with this, especially comorbidities, especially hyperactivity disorder. That has been found to be more closely associated with these problems. Hyperactivity disorders and a disorder we call conduct disorders. These are disorders.
So there are behavioral problems.
Behavioral problems and emotional problems.
So if a child comes with a behavioral problem, how many things do you have to flag all at once? You're just presented with a child. They say he's behaving so badly, he's rowdy in class, he's truant, and what are the things that pop up immediately in your mind?
The first thing to do is to do a good assessment of what the problems are. And for us as psychiatrists, child psychiatrists most especially, what we do too is we talk to teachers, we get a report from school, and we get a report from the parents. And then you do your own assessments. And this includes taking a detailed history about the school activities, the academic activities. You want to know what happens at home. You want to know how the child behaves. Are there other behavioral problems? So what's the cause, the consequences of what the problems are. So these are all the things that go into the assessment. So you are looking at the problem.
I think we're getting a call.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who are we speaking with? Peter. Okay. Could we have your question, Peter?
Yeah, I just want to say that Dr. Milo is a very respectable police, doing a good job there. And as possible, I also want to add that majority of our people, we start beating these children, so people need to be educated. Some will beat their children, tell all the children all sorts of names that they are morons. By some will go back to the village without necessarily taking these children to the hospital for assessment. So I want to come and this will be a the problem exists, and that when your that is not doing well, it is good to go to therapist or psychologist aspect rather than committing punishment to this children. You are doing it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Peter. That's your colleague
Yes.
rooting for you. But you know what he's saying, makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Instead of beating the child, calling the child a moron,
Or Olodo in this
in our own
context,
parlance here,
yes.
you should actually evaluate the child. So beating is way down on the wrong.
What beating even does is it's a form of punishment, and it doesn't motivate the child to do better because you haven't identified what the problem is. The key to it, like I said before, is to identify that there's a problem, and this is where parents and teachers come in. They need to know, okay, this child has this problem. Do I turn this child into a blind spot in my class and just leave him aside because he doesn't know how to read properly? This should be a flag for you to take it up, discuss with the parents, and seek for further assistance from the right quarters. You have to take the child to see a doctor. You have to either talk to a psychologist. And I think most schools should have counselors. Some people talk about them as pastoral caregivers. It means the same thing. The child should be evaluated.
I'm afraid we're out of time. I'm being told to stop. We've done just about half of everything. Maybe we'll do this some other time.
Okay.
So glad for you that you were able to come. So glad. This is a topic that we really need to look into. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being with us. Let's do it again next time. I am Mary Alale Yusuf.